So what if you don't know if you've got a queen or not? That is one of the biggest questions that we get asked from people not knowing whether they need to buy a queen or not. Well, the first thing that you need to do is check for eggs in there. If you've got eggs, we all know that an egg takes 3 days to hatch, so you can categorically say you've got a queen in there, or at least you have had a queen in there at some point in the last 3 days. So we're going to show you how to look for eggs, what we're looking for, get some close-ups of that, and what to do if you don't have eggs. So we're going to have a little look for some eggs in this colony. So we give them a little bit of smoke. Best practice to always create yourself a little bit of space. Taking that first frame out, having a look, see what the bees are like, if they've got enough stores. These guys have really been bringing the honey in recently, so they're just starting to cap that frame. I always take the first frame out and put it on the side of the hive, having checked for the queen. Make sure that she's not on that frame that's going outside. You always want to keep your queen in the hive if you can. And then we'll have a little look at this frame here. So this is quite a good example of a frame that has eggs and young larvae on it. You zoom in there, you pick up the little white specks about the size of a full stop. Moving from the eggs further along, we've got really young larvae here. With this picture, we've not even seen the queen, but we know from seeing the eggs that we've got a queen in here, or at least we've had one within the last 3 days. The next frame over, we've got some slightly older larvae, and then we can start seeing that we're going on to sealed brood here. And this is worker brood, so it's nice and flat with the comb, it's not bumpy. This is sealed worker brood, which is where the workers are going to be hatching out from. Another interesting find on this frame is that we've got a queen cup here. So queen cups are important. Most colonies keep a queen cup, and this is an insurance policy in case the queen dies, something happens to her. The workers can quickly then take a little larvae, pop it in there and make that into a queen. Whenever we're doing inspections, we're looking in queen cups to see if there's any eggs or larvae in there, and if there isn't, that's fine. If we were to come along and find a queen cup that had an egg or a larvae in, that may mean that something's either happened to the queen or the colony is preparing to swarm. So then we'd be looking at how we go about managing that situation. So if you're not sure whether you've got a queen in your colony or not, the best thing to do is to get a test frame to put in, and that's ideally from one of your own colonies in that apiary. What you're looking for with a test frame is a frame that has young larvae on it. So we'll pull a frame out and we'll have a little look, see what we've got. We've got some really nice young larvae on here. This frame you would then put into the colony that you suspect is queenless. You put it into that colony in the centre of the brood nest and leave it for a few days. Then you would go back in, and if you took your test frame out and saw queen cells on it, then you know categorically that you don't have a queen. The bees would only be raising queen cells if they didn't have a queen. Now, if they don't raise any queen cells from your test frame, and you still don't have a queen that's laying any eggs, the chances are you've already got a virgin queen in there that you're waiting to get mated. And she can take 2, 3, sometimes 4 weeks to go and get mated. So sometimes we just literally have to sit on our hands and wait. The bees are incredibly resilient at this sort of stuff, and invariably will always do their utmost to make sure that they can produce a queen.